Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Sheldon, and this is the Hobby Garden Season 3. Now, I know that I mentioned in the premiere that I'm not going to be doing seasons anymore. However, I do have to finish this one off. And as you can see, I'm out in the garden right now. We do have... where is that little pumpkin? Right there. Only pumpkin that we have this year, unfortunately. I don't see anything else growing. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but that's all right. The sun, as you guys can see, is really, really bright. It's totally blinding me right now. But I'm going to show you guys how the garden started off this year, which I really, to be completely honest with you guys, I haven't done any gardening all summer long. This summer has been quite the roller coaster, and I will address that in a future video. But for now, I'm just gonna catch you guys up with how the garden has started off, where it's at right now, and then I will go for as long as possible. We are we're into October, let's put it that way. So harvest time is technically right now, so everything that you see behind me, all of this stuff should be harvested right away. Even some of the tomatoes and whatnot. That stuff needs to be harvested very soon. So frost is starting to appear north from here. So, you know, it is looming. But like I said, I'm gonna show you guys what's been going on, and then I will give you guys an update on the mini garden as well in the next video, and then basically just kind of make this season short and sweet. So let's dig into it. So we've got massive tomato plants. We do have some peppers there. We actually picked a lot of it already, or my parents did anyway, I should say. Because like I said, I haven't really been a whole lot involved this summer, unfortunately, just due to everything that was going on. And, you know, I really miss gardening. But as you can see, my parents did do a lot of the weeding. Most recently, anyway. Got a lot of cherry tomatoes in here as well. And those were beans. So this row right along here is beans. We actually ate a lot of those. They actually turned out really, really well. We've actually got a lot of tomatoes, peppers. We did stuffed peppers for dinner as well. So those turned out really, really well. And we've also got some zucchini. So really, really big zucchini. That's probably close to 2 feet long. And I believe there's another one hiding in there. And then there's another one right over there. And then another one over here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 at least, which is pretty good. They are actually really good sized ones, so we could easily make zucchini bread or something, anything to do with zucchini. I don't really like cooking up zucchini all the time, like as a vegetable for dinner. I actually prefer zucchini bread or cake, technically it's a bit of a cake, but it's called zucchini bread. So this is the one pumpkin, the lone pumpkin. My hands are pretty big, so I would say this pumpkin, I don't know, that's maybe 10, it's almost a foot in size. I mean, my hands aren't obviously a foot long, but based on the pumpkin size, it's probably about a foot. So it's a pretty decent sized one. Hopefully there's nothing bad going on the underside of it. But the rest of this, there is still a bit of that the mold, which continually plagues the garden, unfortunately. But I think it's only on the zucchini and the pumpkin, which, well, no one wants to see the mold regardless. And I have no idea what the heck this thing is. Some spiky looking thing. I have no idea what this thing is. I have never seen that before. If you guys know what this plant is, please let me know. I have literally no idea what it is, where it came from. I'll have to ask my parents, maybe they know, because it almost looks like it was planted here, but anyway. Zucchini. Can't wait for those. Zucchini bread. Really looking forward to that. And as you guys can see, the garden, the other half where we normally have corn and potatoes and majority of the pumpkin, we didn't end up utilizing that. And I don't know what bird this is, but I'm getting distracted here for a moment. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Might have been a blue jay. I like blue jays. Not the baseball team, but the bird. So, as you can see, we did clear out a little bit more over here. We've got a lot of the grass from mowing the lawn. Over here, we're going to use that more or less as like a fertilizer. And the extension of the garden is supposed to go all the way out there. But I don't know if we're actually going to get that done next summer or not. I'm going to try to rearrange my schedule a little bit, just so that I can get back to gardening. I just bit off a little bit more than I could chew this summer, unfortunately, and the garden completely slipped away from me. But next year is a whole new opportunity to make this garden something way better than it was this year. Go back to playing around in the dirt. You know, it's very therapeutic to be working with the soil, and plus getting out in the sun, breaking a little bit of a sweat. You know, it's always fun. So that is more or less it for the garden. Basically just bring you guys up to speed. So that is it. Not a whole lot else going on other than harvesting everything. So like I said, there's still a lot of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes especially, which are pretty much all on the ground. The pumpkin is not quite ready, but we got to keep an eye on that just to make sure it doesn't rot on the underside. That's something that you guys should always be mindful of. And the zucchini definitely has to get harvested pretty soon. And that is it. I think all the beans, I think we grabbed those a while ago. So all the beans have been eaten, so that's pretty good. We did have some strawberry plants. I believe those might have been the same ones from last year. And the bathtub mini garden that didn't render us anything. I think we had radishes in there and nothing grew. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. But, you know, I find that every other year the garden does really well. And this just seems like one of those off years, unfortunately. So I'm looking forward to redoing the garden, clearing all this stuff out, prepping it for the winter, and see what happens next spring. But obviously I will be giving you guys some updates as things get closed up. And I will be giving you guys an update, like I said, on the mini garden. All those plans, I will be revealing those as soon as possible. And as we go into the winter, I will be giving you guys some tips on how to prepare over the winter so you guys can do this sort of thing on a budget. You know, just because you ride a motorcycle and, you know, do flat track racing and everything else. A lot of birds around. I think there's a hawk. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys caught that, but lots of birds around. So regardless of what you do, you know, it doesn't matter if you're a badass Harley Davidson biker dude or not. You can still have a garden and still eat fresh vegetables from it. There's nothing wrong with sustainability, regardless of who you are. So that's it for this one. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button so I know that it's working. If you guys have any comments or questions about this series or any requests at all, leave them down below. I always look forward to reading your guys' comments, and be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on future content on the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one.